Okay, I guess this is 7 days since I started, coming on to YouTube and talking about what's going on with me. A little frustrated about some things, personal things that are going on with myself. I think I told you guys that I like Pastor Charles Stanley. I've subscribed to these sermon notes. um, my daughter and I get these in the mail. And this one right here is Waiting on God's Timing, Part 2. The summary says that God loves us and promises to meet our needs, but He doesn't give us everything we desire when we want it. Otherwise, He takes second place in our lives because our main concerns would be the things He could do for us. Furthermore, our requests aren't always in accordance with His will. Even when they align with His plans, we may have to wait until they fit His schedule. Instead of seeing delays as obstacles, we should look at them as loving interventions of our Heavenly Father. By rushing ahead, we miss His very best blessings. And He has a point here that I am trying to put into perspective in my own life. Isaiah 64 verse 4 tells us that the Lord acts in behalf of those who wait for Him. Since He is omniscient, He knows all about us and works in every aspect of our lives to accomplish His will and conform us to the likeness of His Son. Throughout our lifetime, He's committed to removing anything that hinders His good purposes, adding what truly blesses us and guiding us through every situation. Well, I'm just wondering about this, this losing weight thing. First of all, when I look at these videos, I don't recognize that person that I see because I've never always felt like a fat person. So when I see myself, I'm kind of shocked. And it's like, it's a surreal situation. I know that's me, but that's me? And have I waited too late to start doing something about it? I'm afraid I might crash and burn. This is incense smoke you guys see running around here. But am I going to crash and burn? I am going to do a weigh-in tomorrow. I haven't drawn out a diet plan yet, but I have been moderately not moderately. I have changed the way that I snack and the way that I eat. I'm probably going to end up trying to do the lemonade fast to detox and to get myself aligned, internally with what I'm trying to do externally. I'm also just trying to keep my mind clear. My niece came over to see me today. She is looking for a job, and in my other life, I held so many administrative positions, so she knows that I know what to do to get her where she wants to be. Well, she had not seen the YouTube videos, and when she saw the video of me dancing, she was hysterical. And she couldn't believe that I, was doing that. I don't think she understands that I feel like for me to win, I got to just let myself go. I mean, when you see me, you see a big woman. I can't hide that. And then I was like trying to hold myself accountable for making progress by going on YouTube and, hey, there I am, a big old fat girl trying to lose weight. She's trying to walk. She's trying to exercise. But I was kind of hurt that that child did that. And then I got to thinking, Lolly and Ethan, They love me, but they probably wouldn't express themselves as freely as my niece did. I mean, she thought it was, she didn't think it was a good thing. She thought it was, just funny. And I didn't get mad at her because I felt like, well, she doesn't understand. Tiffany is a beautiful child. She she will never have this problem. But just like, okay, what in the world am I doing? Who am I doing this for? Everybody's been so nice to me, saying I'm motivating them, but then I'm just like, I don't know. I'm not ready to quit now. I'm in it. I don't know if I don't know what tomorrow is gonna hold. I do have 2 appointments tomorrow. I'm going to this gym called Kinetics. The other place I was going to go to is a long way from where I live, but Kinetics works with the Silver Sneakers program, and they are about a mile away from where I live, so it won't be hard for me to get to them. And I have a visit tomorrow with that gym, and I have to go back to the doctor about my ankle. I burned my ankle, a real small area initially, but it's become infected, and it's not looking, it is a disturbing sight to see. But tomorrow I am really anxious to go and see about the Kinetics gym, and I'm going to see if Kira will record the video for me when I pay that visit. I don't think I don't think she's ashamed of this, but I think it's kind of hard on my child. So anyway, waiting on God's timing. I don't feel like it's ever too late to turn to God for help, but I just keep wondering. I just think about it. How did I let myself get like this? And I remember before my mother died, my last job was with the railroad. And I had been injured. I'll tell you guys about that. It had nothing to do with the railroad. But my ankle had been broken. And it was very hard for me to get around, and I lost my job. And my mother was like, well, you always find a way. You're going to be just fine. But she said to me, you don't have to always be the hero and get everything done. You can let somebody help you. You don't have to work so hard. I've never ever believed that because I've never had anybody I could depend on other than God and myself. So. But when my daddy died in May of 2008, and then my mama passed away in November. Now, when my daddy had a sister that passed away from ovarian cancer in 2001, and that sister lived with Shakira and I. And I was there with that lady from the time that she died, well, from her diagnosis up to the very moment that God took me out of the room a few minutes before my aunt passed away. But I was there with her all the way up until she passed. But I couldn't be there for my mom and my daddy. And I'm sure God had his reason for doing that. But my aunt had no children, no husband. All she had was me and Kira. But, my mom and my daddy, they had 6 children. Well, 5 at that time because my other brother had passed. But I felt bad that I couldn't get home fast enough to be with my parents. But I was there for somebody else who needed me. But I remember after my aunt died, I slipped into a depression, but it wasn't as severe as the one that I slipped into when my mother and my father died. And I remember the day that I just resigned myself to just not being that fighter anymore. I still had some battles. Was trying to help my sister with her children. I had my brother Junebug to take care of, and Anthony, he's our foster brother. He's been with my family since I was a child, so I don't know him as anything else but a brother. But I was trying to take care of them, but I couldn't take care of myself. I didn't want to take care of myself. And that's when that depression just really sunk in. I let myself go. And that's the thing, too. I think my niece was concerned about me coming on here with my hair, not wearing a bra. I just, I don't even see myself as oh my God, I don't want to, I just see myself so differently than I did 6 or 7 years ago. I wouldn't leave the house before without my hair being a certain way. I was getting facials and I was doing a lot of stuff for myself that I don't do anymore. So, maybe that was the thing that my niece, maybe that was a nervous laughter, or I don't know. But I think that my family would, if any other people see this, they'd probably be really ashamed. They don't understand what I'm doing, what I'm allowing myself to do. Anyway, I think I'm rambling now. I don't know what I was talking about. But there are a lot of perils in being depressed and being obese. And I will talk about those at another time. I mean, a lot of things that you probably take for granted if you're a regular sized person, they're hard for a big person. I don't want to be a big person anymore. I wasn't born a big person. I wasn't a teenage big person. I was in the gymnastic team. I was a cheerleader. I was always very active. And when I lived in Atlanta, I'm jumping on a train, flying onto a bus, to get to and from work. And I was walking a lot. But when my mother left, I think I sent part of me right on behind her. But I tried to keep a little bit for Kira and the girls and my sister and her children and my brother and my other sister. I tried to keep a little of me around for other people, but it wasn't very much. I had my mind, but physically, I was dependent on them. So I've come onto YouTube and made a spectacle of myself, maybe. But I am determined to keep on, for as long as I can to lose this weight. I will fill you in tomorrow on how many pounds, if any, are gone. And I will, if the man will let me record what's going to happen at the gym, I'll include that too. Because my thing is that I think if I just move more, I'll be stronger. And then as far as the diet goes, I want to do the lemonade fast. I want to do that first just to detox my system. And then I just want to eat fresh fruits and vegetables. And then from there, I'm considering Weight Watchers. Get a good meal plan to go with, and then that'll be how I do it. So if anybody watches this video, I certainly do appreciate it. I hope that I haven't confused you all in what I wanted to say. I'm kind of scared that I'm going to give up, but I don't think I can give up. It's too important to me. I want to go to other stores besides Walmart because they have a scooter, and Target because they have a scooter. I'd like to get my knee fixed so that I can run. But thank you all for watching. God bless you.